Peace, love, wholeness, family. Welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing this video, that means it is for you. So go ahead and receive the message as it resonates. If it doesn't, just let it fly and keep it pushing, y'all, okay? I hope y'all are doing well and taking care of yourselves. As I have been, doing my thing, going through the motions, healing, reflecting, and going within. A lot of stuff has been coming up that I feel like we're going to be called to talk about through this message. Okay. A lot of things that I need to release. A lot of truth that needs to be spoken. And I already know what I'm here to do. I am walking the Dharma, here to break any illusions going around in our communities, in our humanity, to heal these core wounds of our humanity. Over the last couple of videos, I have been speaking about this war going on, because the war has been highly illuminated as of lately. And it's like every time these politics and stuff like that, these political things go into like like every time, like it's around that time where folks is having to like vote again for a new president and yada yada yada. See, I'm not into politics like that. I don't really support politics or do politics like that, just because I don't really support the war. But again, I am here to break, certain illusions that are going around between our communities and the people who are the people who are engaged and entangled in the war. Okay? I am a biracial black woman. So, of course, I have family on both sides of the war, right? And it just is what it is. So if you're here and you feel like you can't listen to a light-skinned black woman speak some real shit just because of the color of my skin tone, you could fucking step. You don't gotta be here. Okay? Just period. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I don't give a fuck what you perceive of me or your projections of hatred. Okay? I'm just here to speak the truth. Dismantle these illusions and speaking my authentic truth, being my authentic self. But we're gonna pull some cards, some balance messages, which I probably gotta make some more, but we're gonna put some balance messages to guide the conversation as well, and see what ancestors want us to talk about. But just a lot of stuff has been illuminated over the last 24 hours. Okay, I feel like Divine Family, you are in this wholeness, oneness, and energy. Okay, you are one with all that there is. You are not in this energy of looking at other people through surface level differences. You are not holding on to these surface level differences and engaging in these illusions of separatism. Okay, see, our humanity and the wicked powers that were And I say that because, you know, I know that there are also, which has been a journey for me, you know, trusting the powers that were, or the powers that be, or the powers that were. It's been a journey for me trusting them because of all of the fuck shit that has gone on in our humanity, in our reality, in America. But I know that there are also powers that aren't intentionally killing us. We're just not as aware because the wicked powers have had more power over um, the people in power that have good intentions for humanity. But basically, the root of the issue is these separatism illusions, these illusions of differences, and these illusions of how do I say that word? I can't never say it right. Superiority. I can't say that word. Dominance, power, and control. And that reminds me too, because I had just picked up this book from my from my home library, I should say, yesterday, called The Book of Women. And this is like confirming, like it's talking about, it's just like a big major confirmation for me, especially as a woman who is healing from being in like this forced masculine energy, or this toxic masculine energy that was forced upon us women because of all of the traumas and slavery that we went through when folks was like at the root of humanity, at the root of all suffering, the major most the most how do I say this, the first difference, or the first thing that separated us, right, was our gender. The first major difference that they was looking at was our gender. So even in the beginning of time, and you know, I'm not here to convince anybody to believe me, so again, I don't need you to be here listening if you are in this one-sided energy, seeing the color of my skin tone and feeling like you can't hear real shit just because of the color of my skin tone. I don't give a fuck. Keep it pushing. But basically, before even the racism and the racism wars and the ism wars and the separatism wars based off of the color of our skin tone, and the trauma because of the color of our skin tone, it was the differences between our genders, right? And masculinity overpowering or trying to overly dominate women because of, and in the book that I'm reading, he likes to say that women are superior, but I don't believe personally, you know, on my journey communicating with the trees, I don't believe women or men are superior to either or. Like I believe that we all have our differences, and there are areas where there are areas, or there are things about us that there are strengths women have and there are strengths men have, okay? Be patient with me as I try to get this message out, because I've just been feeling called to speak on some important things that's been heavy on my chest so that I can release and get it out to y'all. And yeah, so that's what we finna do. But yeah. And so the root of all suffering, the core root of all suffering, is toxic masculinity. in the ways in which our masculines are supposed to be spirit guides, right? Spirit being women. And our masculines are supposed to be our spirit guides through this earthly realm, through this earthly plane. Again, talk to the trees, ask deeper questions, okay? Ask your guides deeper questions if you feel confused, but I can't try to unconfuse you. You know, it's gonna resonate if it resonates, so receive it if it do. But then there's a major illusion because of the traumas that our people, especially Black and brown people, have suffered through this reality over, you know, since they have stolen our people from our native lands of Africa and caused all of this trauma and strife and violence upon us, and placing these curses of laws upon our head tops to really restrict us from this reality and engaging in this earthly realm as freely as we're meant to. There's this energy these days of revenge. There's this energy of being in this space of empowering ourselves, right? Breaking free from the illusions and the programs that they have placed upon us about our blackness and what it is, what it means to be black, what it is to be black. I know you lying. I know you're lying. You don't want me to talk about that right now. Well, yeah, because that just brings me to a whole nother side message. Like, people going around saying like biracial people cosplay blackness, right? And this brings me to the rap beef going on. I haven't really engaged too much in the rap beef, but I see it floating around or whatever. And then on top of that, these rappers trying to get my attention and shit like that. Listen. But basically, they want to go around trying to, you know, project that biracials cosplay blackness. But in reality, the truth is, in America, they got everybody out here tripping, trying to cosplay blackness, right? Blackness is of your experience, right? And that's only of the trauma that they have projected onto us. And that is only of the experience and of the trauma that they have projected onto us in our lives through our childhood. A lot of people, you know, come from privileged backgrounds as well. And in my personal life, I've aligned with a lot of black people who come from privileged backgrounds as well, who are sunk into social media so deep that they even cosplay blackness. So let's just get that right there. Let's just clear that up right there. Okay? But there's this energy of needing to assert dominance over one side of humanity because of the traumas that we have faced as Black Americans. Because, you know, I don't really get this vibe from my African ancestors or, you know, the Africans that I do align with in my life. I don't really I don't really get that vibe from Native Africans. So, but yeah, basically, like, there's a lot of illusions around this hierarchy, this created man-made hierarchy, right? Not race-made, but man-made, man and woman, man-made hierarchy, man-made dominance structure, man-made society, right? That are just illusions, that are just insecurities that man has created to suppress woman. Woman, feminine spirit, doesn't care about your physical structure, doesn't care about, nowadays we do because that's what we're programmed, but through them ancient times, women was not looking at their person based off of externals. Woman was feeling their person and feeling their spirit, nourishing their spirit, or wanting to, desiring to. But man was so insecure, back in them ancient days, that they've had to assert their dominance and their violence and abuse their powers upon women. And then, we could go on to talk about skin tone and the separatism illusions behind skin tone, because this is something that I'm personally dealing with as well from my peers when it comes to making friends and just me being myself and not being accepted or not being held enough grace for or understanding for, right? My peers, my brothers and sisters, my dark-skinned brothers and sisters rarely have that space of understanding for me, or that space to try to have understanding or grace for me. And at the end of the day, I'm always gonna love my dark-skinned brothers and sisters. I'm always gonna love Black people, all shades. I'm gonna always love my light-skinned brothers and sisters as well. But there's a huge illusion behind how we have to uphold these separatism programs and these separatism illusions and ideals for society. There's illusions behind how we have to uphold this hierarchy behind society, when that's just not true at all. There is no hierarchy at all. That is man-made. That is man-made from feelings of insecurity, feelings of inferiority, and that doesn't stem from love. But to get a little deeper, mind you, you can just go talk to the trees and ask deeper questions. I'm always an advocate for that, because there's as much, you can read many of knowledge, you can read many books, and really get into the race wars and the culture wars and all the differences, in which I admire the differences of our cultures and the differences of our people. But at the end of the day, we are all one people. I don't respect the powers that were, the wicked powers that were, the white men, who have caused major violence upon this earth, right? With their violence and their illusions and their programs and their technologies, overly abusing these technologies. I don't respect it at all. I don't like it. I don't fuck with it. But not all white people are on that type of timing, and there have been groups of white people even who were against the wicked powers that were in the governments, who have been in control of a lot of our humanity and abusing their powers against Mother Nature. And it's taken me a while to even get there because of how angry and enraged I've been against these people. Okay? These wicked powers that were. But I do have that understanding. I have gone deeper and asked deeper questions and communicated with the trees. And the root of it is that our people, our black and brown people, because at the end of the day, we are all black people. We are all black people. My ancestors from Ifa, my Orisha, that watch over me. And no, I haven't been like initiated in real life, like actually going, which, I'm excited. I really want to go to Africa so bad and, meet my family. And, but I haven't been like officially initiated where I've had to like go through like where I've met other people and have had to pay a fee to like actually be initiated. But by Mother Nature, I have been initiated, and my ancestors have been with me and revealing themselves to me as well. And I've been learning to nourish my relationship with them. All of my guides and deities, known and unknown, that reveal themselves to me on my journey. Especially not really having too much family support and just support of people who want to see me grow and bloom, right? Especially being as anointed, and this, you could resonate with this as well, divine family. Being so anointed and having all these hating ass people, especially if you come from a really, really karmic family. So everybody is black people, okay? With respect to our cultural differences. And there's just been a misunderstanding or an illusion because of the programming that these wicked powers that were. And mind you, I've received confirmation that there's even black people who were wicked powers that were, okay? Because our people are at the root of all of this trauma. Everybody comes from black people. Everybody comes from all of this light that humanity has created, has come from darkness. And all of these karmas and these traumas that have been inflicted on our people, our Black American people, are or were karmas from the wounds of black people rejecting their own people. being back in them ancient days, being obsessed with being so pressed and obsessed with melanin and the color of people's skin tones, separating people, even back in African culture, separating people based off of color of skin tones, but mostly separating and dominating and controlling and power tripping between men and women. Oh my God, I see another red bird. Hi, baby. And she's sitting right outside my window. Hi, baby. Yes, I see you. I see you. Hi, my love. Gratitude. Oh my gosh. Gratitude. So yeah, I know I'm speaking real shit. I ain't really have to read too much up on this. This is just my own personal journey with my ancestors, my guides, my deities that watch over me, and healing from the war within myself. And as a Black American, a biracial Black woman, I recognize that all of us deal with that war within ourselves. But yeah, our people were very much so. They didn't call it racism. They didn't label it any of the isms. And they weren't as violent as these wicked powers that were. I mean, at least not to the extremes that these wicked powers that were have gone to. But they were very violent still towards our women. They were very violent still towards our Black women, our melanated women, our Black women, and brutal towards our women. Okay, regardless of what tradition or what societal structures that they have created to condone the abuse that our women have been going through before this overt slavery and excessive slavery that they have placed upon our African people and even our Native people and other cultures and races around the world. Our people were still very violent in nature towards women, but just not to the extreme, right? I have a hard time, my spirit doesn't really like violence. My spirit doesn't really like destruction. My spirit doesn't really like the destructive side of our human nature. But I definitely am learning to understand it a little bit more. But I also understand that it doesn't have to be as excessive as the fuck it been. See, everybody has to be accountable for the wounds that they have caused, for the hurt that they have caused, for the violence that they have caused. There is no hierarchy. These wicked powers that were, the white folks, have to be accountable. And the wicked powers that were, our Black folks have to be accountable as well. Just because you didn't call it racism doesn't mean it wasn't racism. See, they were so pressed behind skin tone and melanin, and they were so pressed behind being in this or creating this hierarchy right? Black people come in all shades, all skin tones. You can go to Africa and see that, or anywhere around the world and recognize that. And but way back then, since the beginning of time, Black people have rejected light-skinned Black folks as not their own, okay? Demonized light-skinned Black folks as not their own people. And was really confused behind, you know, this new creature. Oh, these light-skinned Black folks that come from my own womb. Regardless, even if it's, I done seen two you know, medium brown skin, caramel brown skin Black folks have a light skinned Black baby. It happens. It happens because we come from dark skinned Black folks. So way back in the beginning of time, you know, they questioning, you know, they questioning God and demonizing this baby, this creature that they have created. And I don't even like calling us creatures, because we ain't fucking creatures. We're humans. We're your babies. And demonizing us, casting us out, rejecting us, throwing us away because we didn't have the potency of dark skin melanin. And back in the days, the richness, it made you rich. The darker you were, the richer you were. So back in them days, the root of the issue, the root of the wound that we're suffering from as a humanity is that rejection. That rejection, that hunger that makes these people greedy. That hunger for love that have made these people greedy. Being in survival mode because they were casted out from that love, right? See, our dark-skinned brothers and sisters, or mothers and fathers, didn't give themselves the opportunity to understand why God has blessed upon them a golden baby, a golden child, a golden ethereal being. 3311, as I see this, you are divinely supported. Continue speaking your truth and trust your intuition. I'm not here to be liked by folks. I'm here to speak truth to humanity. Speak truth to power and dismantle these illusions. Again, I am walking the Dharma, here to break these illusions. Bring more peace into our world with the truth, regardless of how it makes whoever feel. But see, these was just illusions. But both sides have to be accountable. They didn't understand the love that we carried and that we held because they didn't want to understand. They didn't want to understand. We are all humans of love. All humans of life and all humans of death. You cannot just group one people together and say, well, we had these qualities, but we didn't have these qualities. they had these qualities, but they didn't have these qualities. Because that's not true. Wholeness, oneness. There were ugly people and beautiful people in every race and every culture. There were violent people and gentle people in every race and every culture. There were loving people and hateful people in every race and every culture. No one is above or below the next person. The sun and the moon has been together for eons. Eons. The sun and the moon go together. The sun and the moon is not separate. They're different qualities. Four thoughts being illuminated. Our roots, our family, our home, self-care, emotions. Looking at the foundation of our humanity. Understanding our feminine energy with femininity here. The sun and the moon is within all of us. But see, our humanity has been so at war, when that's just not the truth of the sacred love that the sun and the moon share at all. There's a sacred love that the sun and the moon shares. But see, ego and, these overly aggressive people, the wounds that have made us overly aggressive, the hurt, the pain that has made us overly aggressive, has been creating so much war and conflict between our humanity and our people. I think I got the gist of everything basically that I wanted to say, or felt called to. Trust in divine timing. Everything is in divine order. Okay? You don't have to listen to me. I'm not begging nobody to listen to me. But ask the trees, ask your ancestors, ask your grandmothers and your spirit guides. Okay? And be open to receive truth. And their pain, our pain, is not just stemming from the separatism that was created or caused, and the rejection that was caused because of the color of our skin tone. It starts within our humanity, our genders, between man and woman. Having a hard time finding that understanding of our differences. Being at war with each other because of our differences. When we should be embracing our differences, understanding our differences, and nourishing each other within our differences. So you can't, and I understand why the Divine Most High has chosen me, because can't nobody tell me nothing about nothing. Like, not about nothing, but about myself, right? These people that I've tried to, that I've been aligned with, they always try to hate on me, find some reason to hate on me. The root of it is they don't fuck with me because of my anointing, because of my confidence, and because I'm not about to tolerate no disrespect based off of no bullshit ass illusions that they want me to fall to because of the color of my skin tone. No, mutual love only here. Mutual respect only here. Mutual love and care. But and you know, I love my golden melanin. Okay? And I love my chocolate brothers and sisters as well. My dark skinned brothers and sisters as well. And none of these bullshit illusions and you know, that society is projecting to try to uphold separatism and uphold this hierarchy. And if you have to put down another group of people just to feel on top or just to feel like you're powerful because of what you done been through, and you want to project all that anger onto another group of people or try to control how somebody views another group of people based off of the color of their skin tone, you're just as wicked as the powers that were. So check yourself and reflect. Ask those deeper questions. We all have to be accountable for how we treat people, for where we stand in this war. If you have to put another group of people down just to feel better about yourself, you're not really that for real. Regardless. And I feel like Divine Family, you resonate with people who carry this wholeness, oneness energy, who carry that deeper understanding. But you have been aligned with, you know, these people who have rejected you based off of the color of your skin tone to learn these lessons as well. To get back aligned to your core values. Fighting for what it is that you know and what it is that you believe in. Continue to fight your peaceful fight. Regardless, these people want you to choose a side. There ain't no side to choose but humanity's. Our earth. I care about the state of our earth, our condition here on earth. I feel for all of our people. And those high vibrational beings, truly high vibrational ethereal beings, understand that, recognize that, and feel for all of our people. All of our people. They got a whole genocide going on. Trying to wipe out a whole section of humanity. I was sat the fuck up. I was sat the fuck on my ass, triggered into my depression. I don't know about y'all, but I was triggered into my depression when that happened. Because I could feel that within me, within my womb space, within. You don't even have to have a womb to feel for your humanity, but, you know, it makes sense as a woman. I felt that how can I say that? What's the word? I don't know, but it feels like an emptiness. It feels like an emptiness. Them trying to erase a part of humanity, a part of our humanity. I just seen 444. You are divinely protected. Continue staying prayed and protected. Trust your intuition. Okay? I think I'm going to go on ahead and end the message here because this is a deep one. I know it is. And I know many people may not, you know, fuck with it, but I don't care. Okay? I'm here to speak the truth and live in my authenticity regardless. Following my heart. 4444. You are divinely protected. In doing so, following my heart and not allowing myself to be confused by society's standards and society's rules. And yeah, that may make me, you know, have to take the loner route or be in this lonesome energy, because not many people understand that. Not many people in this war understand that. You are protected. Stay true to your heart. What you believe, what you know, what you feel to your core. What you believe is right. Regardless of what these societies is projecting. It's like a double-edged sword that these people who contribute into this war is going through. They fighting the same fight for the same reasons, just calling it different things. So yeah, I hope that helps. I hope y'all receive some clarity in this message. I know I did, and I know I feel good releasing this information. I'm gonna get back to a regular channel message and but I felt called to go a little bit deeper with y'all. So I hope it helps. I hope it resonates. If it do, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you need a one-on-one, my email's in the description. If you feel called to donate, that's also in the description as well. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.